There's a tense standoff in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Rebel soldiers have a few hours before the end of a deadline demanding they leave cities they've taken in the east. Well, that was issued by regional leaders 2 days ago. But so far, there's no sign the group known as M23 is planning to give up captured territory. An Al Jazeera crew travelling with the rebels says they're continuing their patrols around Goma, the capital of North Kivu province. Let's go live now to Peter Greste, who's in the Ugandan capital, Kampala. Peter, today is the deadline for the rebels to get out of Goma. What's likely to happen if they don't leave?
Not very much, frankly. Remember that in that communique from Saturday here that was issued from here in Kampala, there was really no consequences specified if the rebels stayed where they are. So beyond another strongly worded communique, it's hard to know what kind of leverage the regional heads of state or the United Nations or anyone else for that matter could have over the rebels. And even if the regional or the bordering states of Uganda and Rwanda sealed off the frontiers, it's not likely to make a great deal of difference because the rebels have plenty of arms and ammunition that they seized from the fleeing Congolese troops when they entered the city. So for the time being at least, it's hard to see what they can do.
And Peter, M23 rebels say their military commander is in Kampala, where you are there for talks with the Ugandan military. How's Kampala likely to take that?
Well, Kampala is not really willing to acknowledge that. We understand that the talks have happened. I suspect they're probably over now. SULTANI MAKENGA, the military chief from M23, met senior Ugandan military officers, including, we understand, the head of the Ugandan army. But the Ugandans aren't acknowledging that officially, and I suspect that's because both Uganda and Rwanda have been accused of supporting M23, and to hold talks, to host a meeting like this might be in some way to imply that connection exists, that somehow the Ugandans have leverage over M23. Now, clearly, if the Ugandans can negotiate a withdrawal, if they can encourage M23 to pull out of Goma, that would be very good news indeed. But until we get to that stage, I don't think the Ugandans are likely to openly acknowledge that the talks are underway. At the moment, though, this seems to be the only leverage, the only opening, if you like, that anyone in the international community, anyone outside of Congo, is having over M23. So for the time being, at least, this is where the hopes lie.
Peter, thank you. Now, the government has sent thousands of extra troops to the east of the country. They are massing in the town of MINOVA, that's just south of the rebel-held cities of Goma and Sake.